Feeling nervous about your next job interview? Don't worry, and you're not alone. In this video, I'm going to help you interview like a pro. Interviews can be intimidating, especially if it's been a while since your last one. But the good news is, with the right preparation and mindset, you can walk into any interview with confidence and clarity. Hi, I'm Clint Baggett, and I'm here to help you interview like a pro. In this video, I'll answer frequently asked questions on resumes, cover letters, and interview prep, and then give you 5 strategic tips for building confidence and leaving a great impression. Stick around to the end and find out about my free monthly Interview Like a Pro workshop and how you can book a one-on-one private interview practice with me. Okay, let's get started. One of the first things I like to cover in my workshop is answering these most common questions about resumes, cover letters, and interview prep. So let's break it down. Resumes. Keep it simple and honest. Recruiters often skim resumes for key data points, so make your resume clean and easy to read. Here's the simple format I use for resumes. Start with an introduction. Who are you and what are you looking for? Followed by a brief summary of your qualifications. This is a roll-up of what you have to offer. Then, supply the supporting evidence by listing your experience and education. Also, be prepared to share a short story that explains any gaps in employment, frequent job changes, or major career transitions. For example, if you were a chef and you transitioned into becoming a software engineer, be ready to share a story about what inspired that change and how you gained the skills for your new career. Cover letters. I get asked this one a lot. My advice here is simple. If the position is executive level, involves writing as a primary skill, or if you enjoy writing cover letters, then include one. If none of these apply, it's okay to skip it. Interview prep. If you're asking, how should I dress? Show up to make an impression. Think of it like hosting a nice dinner for someone you admire. Not a date though. Just be clean, professional, and well-dressed. For remote interviews, ensure your background is clean and free from distractions. Use a virtual background if you need to. And check your lighting and audio. Ensure they can hear you and see you. Not this. Now that we've covered the basics, here are 5 tips to help you interview like a pro. Tip number 1, mindset matters. Interviews are a conversation about learning and connection. You are learning about them and they are learning about you. Go into the interview confident in your skills, but open to learning and connecting. Think about how you want to walk away from the interview and show up like that. I just learned something new and made a great friend. Be in that space mentally and you will do well. Tip number 2, ask clarifying questions. After introductions are over, they're usually going to ask you to talk about your experience, your skills, and why you're interested in the job. This is a great opportunity to demonstrate comprehension and to gain more clarity by asking clarifying questions. For example, you could say, absolutely, I'd be glad to tell you about my experience. Are there any key points you want me to focus on before I get started? If you're unsure about a question they ask during the interview, you can reflect the question back to them for more clarity. For example, you might respond to a confusing question by saying, just so I'm clear, are you asking about my experience with X or my overall approach to Y? This shows you are thinking about how to deliver the best results even before you answer. Tip number 3, keep it concise. Answer questions directly and keep them to the point. You want to be able to get through all of the questions they may have and allow enough time for follow-up questions at the end. If you get nervous like me and feel the need to over-explain, just give a short answer first and then ask a question like this. Did that answer your question sufficiently, or would you like me to go into more detail? This will actually prompt them to let you know how you're doing and give you the guidance on what they actually want. Tip number 4, bring questions. What do you really want to know about this job? Write your questions down, and if they aren't answered during the interview process, you may be asked, do you have any questions for us? You want your answer to be either yes, but you answered all of them already, so thank you, or yes, I do, and then ask your questions. This shows them that you are engaged and thinking about a future together. Tip number 5, interview them too. Remember, you're not just being evaluated, you're also assessing whether this role and company align with you. Interviews are a two-way street into what can become a long-term partnership. If you approach them in this mindset, you create clear expectations of mutual respect. If you don't know what questions to ask, here are some things to consider. If you'd like more tips like this, or if you have more questions, I'd love for you to join me in my free monthly workshop, Interview Like a Pro. It's an interactive session where we dive deeper into these topics, answer your specific questions, and equip you with the tools to approach interviews with confidence. You can follow the instructions in the description to sign up for the next workshop. And if you're looking for more personalized guidance, I also offer one-on-one mock interview sessions. Here's how they work. Send me your LinkedIn profile or resume and some details about the job you're applying for. We'll conduct a realistic mock interview tailored to your experience. You'll get immediate actionable feedback to improve your answers, body language, and overall presentation. Click on the link in the description to book your session now. Let's work together and help you land your dream job. Interviews don't have to be stressful. With the right preparation and mindset, you can make every interview a step towards success. If you think this content was helpful, feel free to share this video with a friend or someone you know that might be applying for a job right now. And thank you for watching. Good luck with your interviews, and come back and leave me a comment when you land that job. Have a great day.
Find your path, gonna lead the way. Stride through the storm, never go astray. Always the truth and let your spirit roar. You're a force of nature, crash upon the shore.